Power Rangers, the reboot, 2017. Welcome everybody to another fantastic episode of Spot of Nerd. Do we all remember the 1995 Power Rangers? Now, in 1995, that was a solid film. Yes, it was garbage, but oh my god, the Power Rangers was worldwide. It was global. And I still, today in 2017, think that was a solid film. It was the Power Rangers. Everybody knew them. Everybody loved them. The stories, from the Green Rangers to the Megazords, going out into space, having just the most horrible acting ever, but it was the Power Rangers. And then 2017 comes along, and that was the worst thing I have ever seen in my entire life. My catchphrase for doing these videos for Spot of Nerd is, these movies are shit. Oh my god, the Power Rangers reboot goes beyond shit. This was terrible. And I love it because I knew it from the start. When it was first announced, I knew this movie was gonna be garbage. But I was telling all my friends and people that I would meet, it's gonna be shit. It's gonna be garbage. And everybody's like, no, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be totally cool. Oh my god, they're rebooting the Power Rangers. It was shit. And if you've seen this film, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'll give you some. I literally took notes while I was watching this film. I knew that I'm gonna have to back up my source when I start discussing this in a review. This movie literally starts out with a boy jerking off a bull. You can't make this shit up. That's how we're introduced to humans, is them jerking off a bull. Oh, and then there's the acting from not only the Power Rangers, but everybody else in the film. For anybody that used to watch The Price is Right, when you called out sick from work or you called out sick from school, I've seen better acting because you always go for the second showcase showdown. That's where the speedrunner is. That's where the car is. The characters, of course, in the film. Some of our favorites, we've got Zordon, which of course I refer to as Heisenberg.
You're goddamn right.
We've got the Power Rangers, and we've got Alpha 5. 5 is apparently Optimus Prime. Dude has just, like, extensions beyond extensions. He's like Inspector Gadget. Go-Go, super duper arm. Alpha 5 was a joke. I get it, it's a reboot, and you want to kind of keep to the same story, but different. You didn't even try. One of my favorite parts in this film, one of the characters, the Blue Ranger, apparently he knows about alien life. He's one of those smart kids. He's kind of antisocial. He knows about alien life. He knows how the Power Rangers work. He knows how the systems work. And he's only been in there for 30 seconds. Another best part about this film is the acid trips that the Power Rangers go through. Anytime that something ridiculously awesome happens, and by awesome I mean totally fake and out of left field, from a car crash to Rita Repulsa coming into their dreams or something like that, they wake up magically in bed and they don't know what happens. All of a sudden I'm a really big strong dude and blah 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 blah. The movie teaches you basically to take acid. Oh, this movie should not have been called Power Rangers. This movie should have been called Fight Club.
Welcome to Fight Club. The first rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club.
So with the Power Rangers, they're kind of like, don't tell anybody that you're a Power Ranger, but when you morph into your suit, go ahead and make sure you don't have a mask on so that everybody can see who you are. This movie definitely tapped into a lot of our favorite films from Marvel and from DC. One specifically I refer to as Power Rangers Civil War, the Yellow Ranger versus the Red. The entire basis of this film about these 5 delinquents who are in detention because life is so hard. I can't seem to fit in. I'm sorry. Grow up, get going, live your life. The Yellow Ranger is this outcast, like, I don't need anybody to do anything for me. And the Red Ranger's like, I'm all badass and shit. And of course it leads to a civil war between them. They all love each other in the end because they accept one another and they have to save the universe from Rita and all the bad guys. Referring back to some of the acting, seen better acting in 70s porn. This movie reminded me of a giant episode of Dr. Phil, where of course these kids, again, they're so, life is getting in the way and they're trying to be the best that they can be. They just seem to be delinquents and always have to end up in detention. These kids are a bunch of entitled little shits. The Power Rangers, oh my god, this is who you chose to save the universe. Get a job and succeed in life. Another hilarious part about the film, like the way the production value is into, Does anybody lock anything up anymore? You know, they go to these mines where it says, you know, hazardous material. Just kind of, and they walk right in. Back in the 90s, if you followed the original Power Rangers movie, everybody's first crush was the Pink Ranger, Kimberly. And then, of course, in this newer film, Kimberly, the Pink Ranger, everybody should fall in love again. Do you know what her problem is? She sends nudes through text message. Again, like, what is this movie teaching the young generation of today? I have to touch, of course, the CGI. Holy shit. This is 2017. Whoever did the CGI in this film should be fired and beaten. What on earth were you thinking from a production value, from a CEO, like whoever made this film, whoever gave the green light? When you saw the final cut and went, that's exactly what I wanted. You guys hit it on the nail. Seriously, I have seen better animation from 1980s films, from 1990s films. If you watch the 95 Power Rangers, that movie has better CGI and better like graphics and makeup and costume than this movie had in the entire film. The Krispy Kreme plug is where Goldar needs to dig to become the all-powerful because of Krispy Kreme. I haven't really focused a lot too much on the story aspect because there was no story. But one of my favorite parts, of course, is the love story between the Pink Ranger and the Red Ranger, and how hard it was because the entire film, they don't touch at all about their love and their friendship because they're total strangers. You know, they met through detention. But at the end of the movie, spoiler if you haven't watched it or if you care to watch it, you know, when they're almost about to die and the Pink Ranger and the Red Ranger are looking at each other from across with the fire burning across their faces, and they reach out and they touch the windows of their Megazords as if to look at each other. I love you. It was at that moment I nearly threw up on just how terrible this movie was. I give this Power Rangers reboot movie a 0.35 star out of 10 stars. Because I'm not even going to give you out of 5 stars. This movie was everything you would expect from a Power Rangers reboot. Star Wars trailer, The Last Jedi from Star Wars Celebration in Orlando. It left me with a minor stroke / heart attack / diarrhea / nerdgasm that goes beyond boundaries. We have Rey, we have Kylo, we have Finn, we have Poe, we have BB-8. We've got a whole new director in this film. Just from that teaser, it looks phenomenal. What's up with Luke? Is he gonna be a bad guy? Is he just giving up? Or is he just being his typical Skywalker self and the rest of his Skywalker family, and they're just bitching and moaning?
It's not fair.
We don't know. The poster was phenomenal. If you've watched this trailer, it brought nothing but joy and happiness to the passions that we all love about the Star Wars universe. The new Thor film. Oh my god. Quite possibly, minus Star Wars, was one of the best trailers. And maybe that's the way Marvel's gonna be taking their trailers now. And you're just making it a fun movie, you know? DC, you still need to learn about that.
He's a friend from work!
Series 10 started for Doctor Who, of course, this week. A little bit scared. Season 9, Series 9 definitely threw us for a loop. The stories were not that great. I still believe in Capaldi. I think he's a great doctor, but the stories need to be better. So I'm afraid of silence, I'm afraid of statues, and now I'm afraid of water. But that's what makes Doctor Who so awesome. We're gonna wrap this episode up. Thank you so much for watching. But before we go, I have another giveaway. I have art to a very lucky and very awesome person. I don't know who you are yet. So how do you win this? This lovely Rick and Morty Suicide Squad artwork. It's very simple. All you need to do is, of course, watch me, follow me, subscribe to me, and the first person that leaves me a comment wins the artwork. It's that simple. We'll see you next time, guys. Bye.
Who's that?
My turn! Time to meet the Green Ranger! Long live Empress Rita!